What is up, everybody? This is Mark the Mike. This is another The Wrestling Babble podcast by Wrestling Link. I'm Mark the Mike. I'm joined by Louis Beans.
What is up? What is up?
And we have no Scott Steiner, so that's a good thing.
Thank you.
Right? You just
But
came
we got
out.
a Braun Breaker, though.
The Braun. He's always going to be Steiner to me. I refuse to call him Breaker. What's up? We are back for Wrestling Babble, and we have tons of wrestling to cover, and some news, and some of our picks for the year, and all that stuff. So we'll just go right into it with the news. We had a release of a bunch of NXT backstage backstage people. So yeah, like Road Dogg, Danny Burch, which he was a talent, but he also worked backstage. I forgot the girl's name. I think she helped with the women's division, the women's matches and stuff like that. You had William Regal, which is the big one. All got let go, and Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe was another one as well. They're all working backstage in NXT right now. I think one was a talent scout. The others were just helping produce matches, things like that. It's sad seeing like the Black and Gold brand kind of slowly disappear, but that's what it is right now. I feel like the pandemic was kind of one of the swords that stabbed it, and then it just never recovered afterwards.
I feel like Nick Khan was the he was the second one. If the pandemic was one, that guy was the second one. He was like, y'all got to go.
And so there's a lot of weird things, as you're saying, they're taking it personally on Triple H. The unsuccessful way of the NXT brand on TV, and I don't like. I feel bad that he's getting blamed, and like they kind of like doing it personal kind of shit. Like what I've been reading is like a personal thing that I can honestly see.
I don't think that's legal. I don't know. I don't think that's legal.
Like I could see.
I would just highly suggest not buy too much into the personal angle of that, because that's like, people go to jail for that.
There is some, like, you could look at some of the things that they're personally doing to make sure things get deleted. Like, I have a feeling the belts are going to change, they're going to be more colorful and things like that, and I really hope they don't do that.
They have to. You can't keep the old belts. If you change the look and you call it something new, you can't keep anything from the old thing. Yeah. I thought the belt was going to change, like...
It's going to be a skateboard.
I thought the belt... No, well, maybe. Corey J wins that women's title at some point. Maybe. But I thought the belts were going to change last Tuesday when the match was decided between Cruiserweight and North American.
Well, we'll see Tuesday. We'll see this change, yeah. So, there was a lot of issues with that, too. Like, honestly... I feel bad in a way for Triple H because, if like what he built something great. He built something that was from the underground up, and they should have kept it the way it was built. It was built for the fans. It was built for the wrestling fans, the people that watch pro wrestling and want that pro wrestling side of things and not just the entertainment factor. And I think he did an amazing job of doing NXT. Like, we had the privilege of going to the first NXT Brooklyn. And you went with us to the second one, right?
Mm-hmm.
And to actually experience that in a live show in Brooklyn with a full, and you cannot say they didn't sell out crowds, because they sold out crowds at every venue they did.
Mm-hmm.
And they ran a fantastic show. It was probably one of my favorites, and honestly, it was our favorite on the cast. Like, for maybe the past 3 years before 2.0. NXT will regularly get a A+ to an S to an A. It never went lower than that. Like, the quality of the matches, the quality of the show, the quality of the storylines, it was just all there. Even when they did the silly shit like sticked. They kind of didn't mess with our intelligence, and I think that's what we loved about NXT.
I think the real issue is that when they realized that they wanted to change things up, they also realized that NXT was overshadowing the main shows because of how popular it was.
Yeah, 100%. Like, you'll have NXT TakeOver like the day before Survivor Series. I'd rather see TakeOver than Survivor Series, to be honest with you.
Yes, sir.
And they should have honestly, the day that they had the NXT invade, they should have just made it the third brand and build it from there. But also the pandemic hit, and it hit NXT more than anything. So like they were doing their pineapple loops, which is the minor travel things. They weren't doing their regular house shows plus takeover events outside of the states, having the people travel, having to get them getting used to traveling, and things like that. Because that's part of the development that NXT did. They kind of helped you travel before you got to the main roster. Because in the main roster, they'll just give you a bunch of plane tickets. Like, hey, you got to be here, 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 here. And you got to book your cars and things like that. NXT did everything for you, so you could actually get used to knowing how to do it. Those are like a lot of the things that no one knows that NXT does, but NXT did that. They had like travel buses, they had things like that you all come to go together and stuff like that. The pineapple loops had like the travel buses that they all went together. So the pineapple loops are usually the shows only in Florida. They'll travel throughout Florida, do minor venues and things like that, like the little venues there, and they always sold out. They always had like almost the same fans going to all those shows and things like that. But those were the ones that you saw, like the people like Steiner before he even was anything wrestling there, or Theo Madden wrestling there, or they're trying out new tag teams, or they're trying out things like that. Those are the shows that they did that. Then you go to the house shows, and those are the main NXT people that are on TV every day, and those are the ones that do those shows.
Okay, good stuff.
But
sad to see you go.
Sad for Real and Regal, but Real and Regal I think is a big presence backstage, and I think that's a person that you kind of want backstage. So anyone that needs that guidance and that mentality, I really want Impact to do better. I really want Impact to shine, because I feel like they have all the potential in the world to shine by the wrestling and how adapting they are with other federations and how generous they are with their time with other federations. AEW should take a note on. They are really like trying to highlight other wrestlings, but also highlight their show as well. And I think William Regal would be a very, very good person for that place, because he is just a full of knowledge of things that people could really get, benefit off of. So, Impact, look at William Regal, like sign him, because I think he'll be great for you.
I agree. At least in a consultative role or something, right? Have him on the phone and talk to people. I'm just saying, he can't come in to work like.
Because even as a GM, he was fucking great. He was hilarious. You knew when his music hit, some shit was about to go down. And I loved Regal for that, and I think he was a great commissioner or whatever he was, GM and things like that. And I actually enjoyed his presence in NXT. Something I highlighted on our Facebook page, the Wrestling Babble Facebook page. Check that out. We are very active on there. I posted up the Cesaro versus William Regal. It was at Christmas special, I think 2016.
Okay.
And it was Cesaro when Cesaro was doing NXT, and William Regal. It was a fantastic match. It's probably one of his last match. And I think he had Cassius Ohno for his last match, but I think he fought Cesaro like the year before.
Gotcha.
Check that match out. It was really good, and this is older Regal and Regal, but he can still go. So really good. So that was some of the news. A lot of the other things is with Triple H. I have a feeling, and honestly, like how everything is rolling and how everything is getting worked on, I have a feeling that Triple H is trying to get out of his contract. I have a feeling Triple H is going to leave.
I mean, where's he going to go? He's married to the number two. I don't understand.
That's not the business. Like the business,
it literally is the business. He's married to the business.
But look at Shane McMahon. He's able to. He has done so much shit outside of WWE that he does. That's the reason why he's not really part of the business part of WWE. He's a character, and that's it. He's not doing backstage shit. He's not doing the meetings.
Have a stake in the company.
Yeah,
I think Shane very much still has a stake in that company.
No,
his name. His
namesake, but as like owner and shit like that, he's not. Stephanie is. He's not.
Yeah, but even more to my point.
Yeah, but Triple H is his own man. Triple H is his own man. Like, if he feels like he's not going to be used the way he wants to be used, he ain't going to stay miserable in a fucking place. Let him go somewhere else. And honestly, it'll be very dangerous if he decides to do that.
I think he should just go to the mountain somewhere and become Kratos.
Kratos. Go act.
That's it. Yeah, we don't. It's okay.
Don't act.
Because you know what it is. We don't. You don't want another. You don't want to rehash it somewhere else.
Yeah.
And I don't want to. I don't want the same thing somewhere else. It happened. It's unfortunate how it ended, because it kind of didn't get to go out with any type of bang or anything.
No.
It just turned into.
Very
It slowly
colorful.
got covered with glitter and paint. That's
Yeah.
somebody. Cora J came and sprayed and graffitied it. That's
Yeah.
what happened. So I
So
blame 2.0 on Cora J. That's it.
I like the thing with Triple H also is the fact that honestly, like WWE don't give him the credit that he fucking deserves. Like, yo, he's the one. If it wasn't for him, half these people in the Hall of Fame would not be part of WWE.
What was that?
He's the one
Who's
that
that?
patched things up with so many of the fucking wrestlers that had a lot of heat with WWE.
Oh, is that so?
Yes,
Okay.
he's the one that got Warrior into the Hall of Fame. He's the one that got the everything okay with Macho Man being in the Hall of Fame. He's the one that got Bruno Sammartino to come back to be able to be in the Hall of Fame. Like, if it wasn't for him, they didn't trust Vince McMahon whatsoever. It was Triple H that kind of broke the ice with everything.
Well, that's not to say that he's not a good person.
Nah, it's not
It's
at
just
all.
to say that he works with the devil. So, I mean, that much is known.
Yeah.
It just is what it is. So again, I think the wrestling business is better off without Triple H right now. He's done all he can. I think they should just go off into the sunset and chill somewhere. Him and Regal, and they should have golf and
Just start
tea,
fishing.
fishing, and maybe some shot putting, because
Make-
they want to stay fit.
Make a part 2 of what is it? Bucket List.
I mean, why not?
Anyway,
Why not?
But
They
yeah,
want to go younger. The WWE wants younger. You heard the mandate.
Yeah.
If you ain't 30, you better watch your back. If you older than 30, watch your back.
Balor better be careful.
I know. I'm just saying.
Not
Let
gonna
let one of the women, let a little gray hair spout, and they don't die fast enough. They'll get rid of them quicker than a hiccup, man. I'm just
Now,
saying.
what's that?
You see what's going on. That's why Manny dyed her hair black. She's like, oh damn, I'm stressed out. I got a gray. I can't go blonde because they might get confused. I gotta go black.
Oh man. But yeah.
Just saying.
But yeah, a lot of sad news with that part of NXT. So anyway,
Where's Asuka is my question.
I think she's gonna come back Royal Rumble.
I think she needs to leave.
I think she's 40. I think she's 40.
I think she needs to leave and go back to Japan, and then because of the way that the new, would you say it is Stardom and New Japan now have a partnership because they bought them, right?
Yeah.
I think she needs to go over there and be like,
So,
I don't want to say the head coach, but if she's still gonna wrestle, like, it'd be cool to have her as like a evil, like, final boss figure over there, just beating everybody's ass. I'm just saying.
yeah.
Because if she let's think for a little bit, because I don't want to go too far into it. But where would she go if she left?
Asuka?
Yeah.
Anywhere. I think anyone will want to sign
Who?
Asuka.
No. Let me rephrase the question. Where would she go that they would do her justice? That's my
Impact.
question. I only
Look at the talent that they have around in Impact.
Yeah,
Deanna Purrazzo, Jordan Grace.
Yeah.
She worked great with Peyton Royce and Billy Kay. She worked with them before, and they actually had great matches. Her and Emma had some great matches as well.
That's true.
It's Tasha Steeles. You have Chelsea Green. You have a vast amount of talent that could work. Rosemary versus a crazy Asuka. There's a lot of things they could do in Impact with Asuka. I think Asuka Impact would be freaking great. AEW can use her because Asuka is a bigger name than everyone they have.
Yeah. But
I
I don't really want her to go there.
Me either.
Because it's not just
because then
for
Riho
them.
becomes nobody.
Because I feel like they need more people there to straighten out their women's division, work wise. Like, not for nothing, I love Serena Deeb, but I think she shouldn't wrestle and she should just be a coach again because them girls need some guidance.
Yeah.
That's how I feel.
No, I agree. But yeah, I think any roster would benefit to having Asuka in their roster.
But I just want the huge ass, giant open stage, pyro from the heavens that New Japan could give her and stuff. Like those crazy entrances and the big ass stages and things like that.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Come
who
on,
knows?
man, look at that.
Who knows what the future holds? But Asuka, I think, has like another year or a year or two on her contract, or at least a year. But
I imagine Shayna's time's almost up too.
Shayna, I think I think she signed a 5 years, so I think she has 2 more years.
I'm not talking about contracts.
Yeah, she's selling.
I'm talking about WWE looking like, how old is you?
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta go.
What's your age? Is this a fake ID?
Yeah, you got to go.
I could see like who else? I could see Alexa Bliss coming back for the Rumble. But her too. I think her window of her wanting to wrestle is closing.
Mm-hmm.
I will say if Alexa comes back, I could see this being her last or second to last year.
Okay.
So yeah, there's gonna be a lot of changes. Anyway. We have a ton of wrestling this week. Before then, I kind of just want to go to our favorite things of the past year. If you have a list, you can say your list, but I'm just gonna go wing it because I didn't make a list. I kind of made one and then I didn't, so I'll go.
I only got 5 matches because I didn't want to take too long.
Okay, that's fine. Your 5 wrestlers of the year.
Wrestlers?
Yeah.
Wrestlers?
Unless you want to do babyface or heel.
No, we could do 5.
Yeah.
Wrestlers. Mm-hmm.
So, what's your 5?
But it's hard to put them in order.
It could be a loose order. It don't have to be like.
Scott Steiner. Oh, he want me to pick Braun Breaker. I can't do it. He's too new. Come on, man. Stop
it.
Just
started.
I mean, I know he got the championship already, but stop, man. So you know what? I'm of 2021.
Yeah.
Okay. Because it's been a weird one.
Yeah.
And then half the people disappeared.
Yeah.
Some people disappeared. I'm gonna be honest. Well, it's hard too. Do we do men's and women separate?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Because I'm about to say, damn, that makes it even harder. All right, so for men's, I say most improved wrestler is Hangman.
Hangman, okay.
So I'm gonna put him at number 5. Because he's had some of my favorite matches with some of my favorite people. So put him in there. Number 4. See, this is hard. You know what? Can I put a tag team?
We have one for tag team.
Oh, I don't have 5 tag. I don't think I have 5 tag teams.
Okay.
That I like that much this year.
So you put Riddle or Orton?
Because I was gonna say number 4 is RK Bro.
That's fine. I'll accept that.
Because honestly, they have made me smile probably the most out of anybody, maybe except the New Day this year.
Yeah.
Just being honest. Number 3, I would say King Woods. Because it's about time.
Damn right.
We watched him climb up to become eligible to be a king. So we saw it happen. He had some bangers of matches, right? Still, that match with him and Roman Reigns is up there, dude.
Him and Riddle.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
That was
right.
early this year, yeah.
You right. But he had some really good matches this year. So my number 3 men's is King Woods. My number 2 men's is it's kind of see, you can't have ties because it's too short, man. It's too short. Number 5 is Bryan Danielson / Daniel Bryan.
Yep.
because both, funny enough, that man saying his names backwards and forwards in two different companies had some of the best matches this year.
Yeah.
That's kind of like unheard of. Actually. Um, still going.
Yeah.
This past, what was it? This past Friday?
Yeah.
No, this past Wednesday, right?
Yeah. Wednesday.
Yes, Wednesday. So, okay, of course, that's number two, and number one is Roman Reigns
Yeah. I
because
agree with that.
the tribal chief is my favorite villain. Special mention to Seth Rollins. Okay, all right, Seth Rollins is up there.
Okay. So I'm just gonna run down Josh's little list of tops because he did the actual both. So I'll run through them real fast. So, in your opinion, top baby faces were Riddle, Darby, Hangman, Biggie, and Eddie Kingston. His women's babies were Becky, not Becky, Bianca, Liv, Miko Shamatora, Ruby Soho, and Raquel Gonzalez. Which that's a slash one because Raquel I think started heel and Baby I'm not sure. His heels were MJF, Roman, Seth, Brian, Moose, and his lady heels are Diana, Becky, Mandy, Britt Baker, and Kaylee Ray. So my five, I'm just gonna do the five in general, just so it'll be shorter. Roman definitely be number one. Biggie would be number two. I would say actually no, I would say Daniel Bryan number two. Biggie number three. Seth Rollins number four. And see, I would put Hangman, but Hangman again, he wasn't around in the beginning of the year. He came back in the mid year, so he started in the beginning, left, and then like that. So I'll say that I had more matches out of my fifth one would be Xavier Woods.
Mm-hmm.
So that's just gonna be my general people. I think Roman's been just killing it back and forth.
Still gotta do women though.
Huh?
Still gotta do women. Still gotta give the women.
But like I love what Xavier been doing. But also just like my special mentions, I'll say Riddle and RK Bro. Orton has been a different kind of beast, and I actually been really enjoying him. Darby Allin, I've been enjoying him on AEW. I think he's probably the pillar person that I actually is most interested in because I could care less about the other two besides MJF. I don't care about Jungle Boy. I don't care about.
You don't like Jungle Boy?
I'm not crazy about it. But anyway, like that. And then I'll give also a shout out to Matt Cardona.
Always.
Actually, you know what?
Ready.
I'm gonna take Xavier. Fuck, I want to keep with Xavier. Damn, I'll slash it with Matt Cardona.
It's difficult when you don't have that many spots.
Yeah. Because we're not doing heel and baby. We're just doing heels. Doing just wrestlers. So I'm gonna give Matt Cardona because he especially outside of the wrestling period, like outside in the indies, he's been probably one of the more looked at people.
He's the number one indie guy, in my opinion.
100%. If I had indie, yeah, he'd be number one. And I think Buddy Murphy would be number two just because I've seen him twice.
Mm-hmm.
And I like to see him knee people in the face.
And I would give prop to Jonah, too.
Jonah, no. He just started stepping up, but he just got there, though. Buddy been there since March, I'll say. Anyway. Your ladies. Top five ladies.
Well, I would say probably had the best years.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the women stepped out. I would put number 5 as Sheeta. And I only put as 5 because Deebs wasn't there all year.
Yeah.
So otherwise I would have put Deebs. Number 4. And again, people disappeared. So number 4, I would say. Yeah, number 4, I would say Raquel.
Raquel. Yeah, that's a good pick.
You know what I'm saying? Number 4, I would say Raquel.
She was holding it down in NXT. I think she did good.
She was. She had some good women's matches.
Yeah.
Um, number three, I'm gonna say, see, this one is hard because again, the time it's the time period thing.
Yeah.
But number three, I'm gonna give it to
That's fine.
Bex, because the
Midway.
short time she's been back, yeah, damn.
Yeah.
Uh, I wanted,
This where it
I
gets
want to
hard.
give number, I want to give number two to. See, my list is not fair.
Yeah. Well, it's your list. It doesn't have to
I'm
be
just
fair.
telling you, my list is not fair based on the accomplishment. I don't give a shit. Number one is Mandy Rose. I don't care.
That's
That is my
you know
champion.
what? Like
That is my
she
champion.
truly changed. Like she did a 180 in NXT and she's kicking ass right now.
But I was going to say number two. I was going to say Liv, but I can't count out Bianca and Sasha. So I have
Yeah.
to split number two for Bianca and Sasha.
It's a 3-way fight.
Yeah, yeah.
Let them
But
fight it
but
out.
but at least I can't, because two of them had the championship, but one of them didn't.
Yeah.
She got poked in the eye.
The eyes are sensitive.
Poor Liv. Anyway,
She's making excuses.
that's
That's
my
what
list.
made me mad. I did not like that. Like, don't make
Don't
excuses.
no, Merc. I told you the day it happened.
Yeah, you
though.
did, but it was both. Like, stop making excuses. You lost. Poke her in the eye. Do it
No, because
first.
then no, have you no honor,
Hey,
sir.
do it first. You see how she plays, then do it first.
Well, that makes you a bad guy.
So
you
what?
Can't do that.
You could be a
Listen,
vigilante.
see, you can't be her manager.
I can. I was like, poke the bitch in the eye.
Exactly. She would get disqualified trying to follow
Like, she
your.
poked me in the eye, then poke her back. She did it first, so she did the wrong. You're just correcting it.
Oh, man. That's not balance. Damn it.
It is balance. It's karma, god damn it.
Well, yeah, it is karma, but it's not.
So like my women, number 5 is gonna be a split because there's quite a few that I really enjoyed. I'm gonna have to give Inspiration love because I love what they've been doing in Impact, and I'm very excited to see what they've been doing. I was so sad that their match got canceled because I was actually looking forward to Emma and Mason Ryan versus them because that whole rivalry had me fucking laughing.
Mm-hmm.
It was so silly and stupid, and I really enjoyed every bit of it.
Yeah, I saw that.
So I gotta give love
in
for
the office.
Inspiration. I gotta give love to Rhea Ripley. It's not her best year, but she still puts out bangers of matches here and there, and just her aesthetics. Like she could easily go back into the title division and she'll make a hell of a run. So Rhea would be in that spot as well, and I gotta give love to you know. I gotta give love to Sheeta as well because I think, well, between her and Deebs and like what they've been doing, they actually been having great matches, and those are some of the better things of AEW's women's division. It has been Sheeta and Deebs.
Mm-hmm.
Number 4 will be Deonna Purrazzo. She's kicking ass everywhere, and she's been a dominant champ. I think she kind of lost the belt here and there. She hasn't had those marquee matches that she had last year, but she's still kicking ass. And watch the match that she had last night with Hard to Kill with Mickey James. Man, they try to kill each other. My number 3 be Becky. Again, short term, like she come back, but she came back with an impact and came back with vengeance. Yeah, she's doing her thing. She makes me laugh. She gets me into what she's talking about in her character. And I'm still digging what she's doing, even though with her style and with like Seth Rollins and her going crazy with their styles and shit, I'm all for it. Number 2, I'll slash it with Bianca Belair and I'll slash it with Bianca Belair and Britt Baker because Britt Baker has been a dominant champ on AEW. She's whatever she's done, she has done with the best of her abilities. Even though her matches weren't solid, but as a character, she's a standpoint of AEW, so I have to give credit where credit's due. And number 1 because I think she's the best. She has been probably one of the best characters, best improved characters, and has made a big standing in the little time that 2.0 lived is Mandy Rose.
Mm-hmm.
I give credit's due. Like she really changed everything she did. uh shout outs or like honorable mentions. I personally loved the Alexa Firefly Funhouse thing. I was digging the whole Lily doll and things like that, and I really enjoyed it. I liked the styles when she changed her character up and shit. Too bad it didn't last long and they kind of fucked it up. But other than that, I enjoyed her character, enjoyed her promo. So I'll give Alexa Bliss some love.
I agree for the effort to try to reinvent herself so
Yeah.
much, right?
Yeah.
That's what I like.
Yeah.
So yeah, I understand. I would say wait, before we move on,
Yeah.
my special mentions, I would say I give to Tay and Anna J.
Okay. That would work. That could work too. I like I like the Ty Conti. Other one not so much. Like she has okay matches. I haven't really seen nothing really improve.
I watch Dark.
Oh, you watch Dark, so I don't. So there you go. Anyway. All right. So I'll go back to Minions. Little list. His top tags are Pretty Deadly, Mustache Mountain, Young Bucks, Morgan and Webster, and New Day. Those are his tag teams.
See, if I watched UK, I would probably have those guys.
I think you would like Pretty Deadly a lot too. Their tag team, I think you will like, because they remind me of a more serious version of the Fashion Police, of Dango and Breeze.
Okay.
So I think you would like them a lot.
Gotcha.
In that way.
Gotcha.
So those are his tags. What would be your top 5 tags?
This one just has to have everybody, all men and women. Number 5.
Yeah, you can do both, because I don't think there's enough women tag teams too.
True, but it's just
like Inspiration's gonna be my number 1 for the women.
Yeah.
I don't like. There's not enough consistency of the women's tag team divisions to actually make them a tag team. I like the Toxic Attraction, I guess.
They're good as a group.
Yeah.
Accompanying.
I just like the Gigi. I don't like the other one.
I don't mind the other one. I just don't like her when she tries to kill herself.
She's just there. She's like the X Factor. Remember when X-Pac had his group, and it was mainly like Albert and him, and then he was the Just Incredible.
They had the best song. Oh my god!
He's as lame as the Uncle Crackers.
No! How dare you? How dare you? Are not going against X Factor. No, you can't do this. Freaking Just Incredible with his G shorts. Hell no. X Factor's the best. Stop it.
All right. You can put the women's tag teams. Fuck it. Why not?
No, just because I don't. This year, like, it's really just been RK Bro in my vision. I understand New Day and Usos still been there doing their thing, but god damn, it's just been RK Bro all year. Since they've been at it, dude. Yeah. Like seriously, they're like number 1 through 5.
Okay.
No. But honestly, I'm trying to think of every federation that I've seen that I like. I'm trying to think of Impact if they have a tag team that's really like grabs at me.
Anderson, Gallows.
I almost can't even count them because they were hardly on the show for half. Yeah. They kept going back and forth. You mean Sex Ferguson and Chad Too Bad?
I'll go for them more than the Carl and because I really don't care for Carl and Gallows and Impact, or when they did the AW shit. I have no care for them. But when they do their character Sex Ferguson and shit, I'm interested.
Yes, yeah, I do. I do kind of love them.
Yeah,
way more as those two.
Yeah.
So boy, all right, I'll put them as my number 5.
Yeah.
Sex Ferguson and Chad Too Bad. I'm trying to think. I mean, I guess I'm just gonna end up saying, like, for this year, 2021, excuse me. The Acclaim.
The Acclaim.
The Acclaim is my number 4.
Okay.
And then from there is Usos, New Day, and RK Bro.
Okay.
So I'll leave the women's separate.
Okay.
can just say one or whatever.
Okay. So I'll say definitely I'll say RK Bro. Actually no, I'm gonna go with New Day. New Day is always number one. I'm just biased in that general that I love the New Day. But I love what they've been doing throughout the year, even without having to be a tag team. Like the whole thing, rise of Xavier Woods as King Woods, Sir Kofi Kingston, and they still
The Hand of the
fucking
King.
having me laugh, and they still entertaining when they all came back for that one brief moment with Big E and everything like that. So like that team is always something that I love, and I think they're three great examples of not everyone has to be the stereotype of what everyone wants them to be.
Mm-hmm.
And I just
Gotcha.
and generally love them. I love Big E's title run. I think it could have been better. It could have been longer, but I love what he did with the WWE Championship. I love Xavier Woods and King Woods. I love Sir Kofi Kingston. So I'm loving what they're doing. RK Bro would be definitely number two. I feel like they're the most entertaining tag team in WWE, 100% right now.
Mhm.
Like they always get me. They always get me laughing, and the fact that it gives Randy Orton a different level of a character right now that he has not done in a long time. I've just been enjoying it. It's a different Randy.
Yeah.
I'll give Pretty Deadly number three. I actually been loving their stuff on UK. I'll give a slash to Mustache Mountain as well because they've been having a great rivalry between them two, and they had some really great banger matches on UK. So I'll give those two a spot. Number four, Sting and Darby Allin.
Okay. Okay.
Because I actually, as much as like I'm like, I don't care, but they get me interested in their matches, and I get interested in them, and I am fine with them. I actually would not mind them winning the tag titles.
I agree. 100%.
So I'm digging with that,
Yes, sir.
and I love seeing Sting fucking enjoying himself again in
Yes.
the wrestling ring. It just makes me happy.
Mhm.
And then my number five will be. Oh man, five is hard because I don't like a lot of the tag teams in AEW. I just don't. Because I don't like the same type of. I feel like every tag match I see in AEW are almost the same, like written out tag team. I would like to say FTR. I would like to say them. I might give them an honorable mention, but I'm not gonna put them on my five. I think I'm gonna go to NXT and give it to MSK.
Okay. Okay. I get that. Yeah.
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 Women tag teams. I'll say three because I honestly only can name three to be honest.
All
with you.
right. There you go. I can tell you the worst tag team. The worst women's tag team. Oh boy. Let me tell you. What happened to Dewdrop and Eva Marie?
Were they even a tag? Did they even tag a match? They did tag a match.
Yeah, they did. And Eva Marie didn't do anything. I think she just took the pin.
Yeah. Okay.
Ooh.
So
That was this year.
Yeah.
Man.
This year was.
All right. So you want to go first or me go first?
If you got them, I'll let you go first.
If I got them,
No, I'm ready to say mine, and it might give you some ideas.
no, I'm trying to think of as in for the quality of the matches that I have seen this year, for how entertaining any of them were. I guess I have to give it to the Inspiration, right?
Inspiration
That's the
number one.
thing.
Yeah.
They have to be the number one.
Yeah, Inspiration gonna be number one as well.
They have to be. I'm trying to think number two. I guess I got number two. I would give it to Tamina and Natalya because that was this year.
Yeah.
They finally got a little WrestleMania thingamajig. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, again, I don't mind that.
I think my number two would be EO and Stark.
Yeah, I get.
When they wrestled, they actually had some really good matches, and then one unfortunately got hurt, so they kind of lost out on the belts. But EO and her, the matches they did had were actually really good.
Wasn't was Dakota and because weren't there like a few changes on NXT
The beginning of the year,
in the beginning of this year?
it was Dakota and Gonzalez.
Raquel. Yeah, I gave my number three to Dakota and Raquel.
Okay.
Because Dakota finally got it. Well, you know what? It makes me mad because I just realized this entire time I haven't said Ember Moon's name once.
Yeah.
and she was there for like a majority of the beginning of the year, and I'm like, I just realized I forgot so much.
Yeah,
But damn,
that was my third. That was gonna be my number three. It was Shanti and Ember.
Shotzi and Ember.
I actually liked them a lot as a
Yeah,
tag team, and yeah,
you know what? They might be on my number two. They were actually really, really good
yeah,
until they broke them up.
yeah.
They were. They.
yeah.
Why didn't they just take Ember back
No,
to SmackDown?
I
Why
don't
did
think
they
she
do?
wanted to go to SmackDown. I think she didn't want to be part of the main roster anymore.
I, I don't know. I
She's
don't
one
know.
person
It's
I'm
just,
looking forward to seeing where she goes.
yeah, I agree. I agree. 100.
Um,
percent
and then our honorable mention, I will say Rhea and Nikki Cross.
I can't. I
I want to
can't.
say it because I liked some of their matches, and I just want Nikki to go back to her insane side with
It's,
Rhea.
they working hard enough to beat her over the head so she does go crazy. I'm
Yeah,
just
so I will find if Nikki Cross goes insane, then they'll probably be in the list next year.
okay. All right.
Um,
We're playing the long game on that one.
yeah, I'll give Toxic Attraction like my honorable mention.
Yeah.
I
For
like
at
Gigi
least
Dolan a lot.
doing the thing. Yeah. I mean, she's good,
Yeah,
and she looked good. She looked good doing it too. But
yeah.
her homegirl, she needs a little bit of
She
tuning up
almost killed
because
herself.
she needs to stop. Almost, yeah. She did it like twice.
Yeah,
Once was on the ladder match, and then the other time was she forgot about gravity. I'm like,
yeah.
oh, poor girl.
All right. So he has top 5 matches of the year. His minions was Walter Dragunov 2, Brian Omega, Pretty Deadly versus Mustache Mountain, A Kid, Jordan Devlin, Iron Man match, and Walter versus Rampage. These are like 4 of the matches are UK.
Shame on me for not watching more UK.
Yeah, UK has some bangers. I definitely have that A Kid Jordan Devlin in my top 5. Walter Dragunov I think is my number 2. I will say Daniel Bryan Hangman. Their first match was the number 1. I like that match more than the Omega one.
That's your list? No, you got how many more?
I'll say one that's a sleeper hit. I don't say that they're in like complete order, but these are matches I just really enjoyed. Cena versus Roman, SummerSlam.
Yeah.
I actually really like that match, and I
Yes.
really respect that match. And then Xavier Woods versus Matt Riddle.
Yeah. Agree.
Those
Agree.
are like some of my favorite matches this year.
Uh, Wait, you gonna put numbers to any of them or no?
No, I'm just gonna just name 5.
Okay.
I don't.
All right.
I
Yeah,
can't.
you don't have to.
I'll say Dragunov and Walter probably is my number 1 just because how hard hitting that match was.
Yeah, I don't think any wrestling. To be fair,
Yeah.
I don't think many wrestling matches are as brutal as that match was.
Yeah.
Like the closest might be Hangman and Bryan too.
Yeah.
Like I have not seen any New Japan stuff, but like they ain't been like that.
Yeah.
Not this year, I don't think.
Yeah.
But then again, you know what? I have not seen Osprey because I heard Osprey and Shingo fought.
Yeah.
And I heard
Osprey
that
Shingo was
alright
a really good match, and that's when Osprey I think got hurt and then he was out for a little bit.
Gotcha.
That's why there's 2 titles because Shingo became the champion after Osprey got hurt.
All right, so I guess my 5. Let's see. Really, really liked Edge and Seth 1,
Yeah.
Edge and Seth 2. WrestleMania, Roman versus Edge versus Daniel Bryan. That was a really good match. He just killed 2 people. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
That just adds to how strong his character is.
Yeah.
Just he killed 2 men and pinned them on top of each other.
Yeah.
That's just terrible. I mean, that kind of should just be my number 1. Who the hell does that?
Yeah. Just threw 2 people on top and pin both.
Pin both of them.
And count it.
And counts it. And just they had to mug the ref too. Bianca and Sasha at WrestleMania.
That was a good match too. I don't mind. That'll be.
Wait, are we doing women's? Are we doing women's separate?
No. I thought we just do matches all together because that will take
matches all together.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm throwing that in there. That's gonna
You know
be
what?
it.
I'll put that as honorable mention too. That was actually a hell of a match, and I'll say
It meant something for brown people too. I'm just saying.
yeah, that was actually really good. And what was the other one I liked a lot this year? Becky. I think it was the second match, Becky Bianca.
Yeah, yeah, true, true
That was
that,
a really
true
good
that.
one as well.
Hold
All
on,
right.
all right, I'm not done. I'm not done. Hold on,
Oh,
I
you know.
still got.
Okay, I didn't.
No, I only have one more,
Okay.
but I'm just trying to look through because I actually have some stuff open to refresh my memory. Um, what did I say? Did I say Brian?
You said
Page two.
no. You did not.
All right, Brian, page two.
Part two is not technically to 2021.
Oh shit! All right, all right, all right. So I'll say Brian Omega.
There
I'll
you
say
go.
Brian Omega.
The first match was 2022.
The
2021.
first one. Yeah. All right. All right.
Yeah. I liked the first match, and that was the 60-minute one. That
I
lined
like
up
it
in the
too.
draw.
It was. You know what? That's probably again. I can't compare it to anything. I haven't seen a recent
Yeah.
60-minute match. I have not.
Yeah.
So it's like the best. It was one of the best presentations for a 60-minute match.
Yeah.
I think. So
Okay. So I put a category is the best title scene.
Universal.
I mean, you said the Universal too, and I say Universal as well. There's no IC title scene. One honorable mention I'll say is the US title. I think Damian Priest's been fucking having a bangers and bangers of matches, and he's been killing that with that US title.
Agree. Agree.
So,
And wasn't it like before him? Wasn't it Apollo? Or was it who was right before? Because didn't it change hands?
who did he beat? I think he did take it from Apollo.
He did take it from Apollo?
No, Sheamus.
Sheamus. Thank you.
Took it from Sheamus.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. Yeah.
Yeah, and the Sheamus
See,
was
man,
killing it as well.
he was killing it this year. I know, right?
Honorable mention, I'll say the. Honestly, I won't say the AEW Championship just because I know Omega was hurt, so the lack of just matches he had as AEW champion, he just had it on the main pay-per-views. But the quality of matches he had were great, so I'll give credit to that. NXT UK has some banger matches for the UK title, so I'll give the credit to that one as well. And the NXT title as well.
True enough. Don't forget, we did have Finn Balor as champ for a little bit.
Finn Balor, Kyle O'Reilly. We had Finn Balor.
Didn't we have Finn Balor, Cole?
We got Cole and Balor.
Yeah. Then we had him and Cross. Yeah.
So we got some.
Was Lee? Let me ask. Was Lee this year, or was that just last year? It was this year. Yeah.
Beginning. And Karrion Kross took the belt.
Yep.
Then Karrion Kross got hurt, and Balor got the belt. Yeah. One thing I did not put in was stable of the year.
I'm trying to think.
I already have three.
For me,
For
me, I'm gonna say because they are a stable. New Day.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say the Ones. They're probably my number one. Okay. They just probably are because they're the most dominant, just whooping everybody's ass. And stable. I would put the Elite.
My number one, New Day. Number two will be The Way.
Oh, I forget. Damn it, I forgot about The Way as well.
The Way has been so fucking entertaining. And honestly, they didn't even have to wrestle and to be entertaining. I enjoyed everything they've done with Candice LeRae, with the whole Dexter Lumis shit, with everything they've done with those characters. I loved it all. So The Way definitely is going to be my number two. And I'll give The Bloodline number three.
Oh, yeah, that's right. They changed the name to The Bloodline.
Yeah. The Ones, the Bloodline.
It's just they just say we the ones.
Yeah.
That's
But best theme song.
Roman Reigns. Yeah.
I got three. I got four. No, I actually got five.
But of 2021 though.
Of 2021, yeah. He started using it in 2021.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's him, but like, who else has a? Oh yeah, you're right. I forgot they changed everybody's music.
King Woods.
I forgot about mad people getting music changed.
Yeah.
Yes,
King
yes.
Woods
Ingwoods.
is
Shout
my
outs to
number
Mega
one.
Ran. Shout outs to Mega Ran.
Yo, that like I actually really listened to it on my like headphones and shit like that. I'm like, damn, this
Mm-hmm.
actually is fucking good.
Make, throw a couple dollars at Mega Ran
Yeah,
and purchase
man.
that off his Bandcamp, son.
Definitely. Like I'll say King Woods, Roman's new one. I'll say I like Malachi's.
Yes.
It,
Yes.
it grew on me. I didn't like it at
I
first.
I I think he has the best entrance of
Yeah.
2021. That's my
Um,
favorite entrance.
I'll say inspiration because I just like watching the video. I'm sorry. I
I
don't
mean,
care
it's a
about the
good
song.
music
Honestly, I
video.
don't care about the song whatsoever. I would just watch the video. And then I like Chauncey's. I do like
It's
Chauncey's.
all right. Well, it doesn't do anything for me. So.
Yeah, I like Chauncey's. But King Woods, I love that fucking thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Okay.
King Woods,
Okay.
Roman definitely. Seth Rollins, I guess, just because the fans' interaction with it.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And then he started doing the crazy dance.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, Minion has best theme with Seth Rollins.
Oh, okay. All right.
Best pay per view.
Ooh.
So Minion has all AEW All Out debuts of Bryan and Cole. That was the best pay per view.
All out. But I'm trying to think, like, of all the matches that in the pay per view. That's how I usually try to think of the pay
I
per view.
think Takeover 35 was mine,
And
and that
that
was the
was which
last
one now?
Takeover.
Do you remember like the?
Walter versus
majority?
Dragunov.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Never
Yeah.
mind. Never mind.
Yeah,
Agreed.
yeah. I think that.
That's all you had to say.
Yeah, and then so best show. He has
Best
NXT
show.
UK.
I mean, I might just default to NXT UK because you two talking about it so
Yeah.
much.
UK has been fantastic, but I haven't kept up with it the way he did, so I'm like always kind of catching up. But I'll say best overall show, like through our reviews and how we've been going with it. I think SmackDown might win it.
Yeah, it was SmackDown. It was SmackDown. Definitely. Raw had picked up like too late into the year.
Yeah,
Like after the pandemic era had ended, that's when Raw was like still wonky. Remember Karrion Cross?
yeah,
So it was still a little rough for a little bit.
yeah.
All
right.
Yeah, for me, I'm gonna have to give it to SmackDown.
And I'll say 3 that you're looking forward to this year.
As in,
3 wrestlers in the matter sex, tag team, whatever. 3 wrestlers you're looking forward to next year.
Ron Burkett, roaming the streets with his uncle. I don't know. I'm looking forward to Asuka
Okay.
being on somebody's television again this year. Where are you? Wherefore art thou, Asuka?
You miss you, Oscar.
I watched her cook beef tongue.
Yes.
It looked yummy. I don't want to eat it, but it looked yummy.
It might lick you.
I mean, it's huge, man. That's
Yeah.
disturbing.
Yeah. They make tacos off of that shit too.
Mm-hmm.
I've actually had it. It's actually quite good.
It's
just
good?
Don't
Okay.
tell me what it is.
Okay. All right. I'll take your advice then if I ever get it. Okay. 3 wrestlers I'm looking forward to. Asuka, I said. What is Wyndham Rotunda doing?
Nothing right
That's
now,
what
so that'll be something that we be
That's
interesting.
what I'm looking forward to. What is he doing? Where is he going? That's 2. And you know what? This is a shocker. I'm looking forward to House of Black.
Okay.
What is going to happen with House of Black? So Malachi and his crew.
Okay. Mine's to look forward to 2022. I kind of saw him live, and I actually got my figure signed by him, and I actually been one of my favorite indie dudes besides Mark Cardona. So definitely Buddy Matthews.
Okay, good
Looking to
stuff.
see if he actually makes some splashes on actual on TV and stuff like that, because he's a hell of a wrestler, and I'm looking forward to maybe even New Japan. Um, I'm looking forward to seeing what Bray Wyatt does. Very, very curious of what he's gonna do, where he's gonna go, or if he's even gonna go somewhere, or even make a movie. Let's see what he does.
Mm-hmm.
And one that I'm just very curious to see what happens is Ember Moon.
Yeah, agree.
She's like one of my favorite ladies in WWE. So I was like, all right, I liked her style. So I like to see where Ember Moon lands up.
Agree.
All right. Now let's get into this week of wrestling. We might have to speed it a little bit because we went kind of running through a year in kind of thing. So we go into Monday Night Raw. We kick off at the Alpha Academy defeat RK Bro.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Scott Steiner doesn't want to hear it.
Yeah, that's how I felt. I was like, but look who's number one contender now. That's how you get number one contender now. You just beat the champs.
Yes, sir.
We got Reggie and 24/7 champion Dana Brooke defeating Akira Tozawa and Tamina.
I like that the picture
Yeah,
on the website is Tabitha with this pissed off look on her face, but she got accidentally mushed by Zawa,
yeah.
and then she killed him. But I just want to point out, you better stop hugging up on Dana Brooke.
Yeah.
Reggie to get himself murdered. This is week
we
number
warned
2.
you last week.
We warned you.
That dude goes to your house and punch you in the face.
More. You got one more time. So,
We got Raw Women's Champion Becky Lynch got the best of Bianca Belair and Liv Morgan. Actually, I dug that whole promo stuff.
Mm-hmm. I did as well.
Good stuff. WWE Women's Tag Team Champions Carmelo and Queen Zelina defeat Rhea Ripley and Nikki Ash by pinning Nikki Ash.
Of course. I mean, I feel bad for Nikki, but does this serve a purpose? I feel like they're trying to drive her crazy, so
Yeah.
maybe she'll go crazy.
I'm fine with old school Nikki with Rhea Ripley. That's the Nikki I need.
They would look great together. I mean, they're aesthetic with this
biting
match.
the rope and headbutting people.
Yeah, but she'd be wearing her black leather with the chaps and stuff and running around the ring and all that. Come on, man.
Yep. Street Profits defeat Apollo Crews and Commander Aziz.
You know what? Aziz ain't look too bad.
No, he's not bad.
I mean, I don't know. They lost though.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like, of course, you can't have people go back and forth with wins and losses. Otherwise, you have no momentum. But I really do feel like Apollo is just on the backslide. So.
Yep. And Street Profits are going to be in the Royal Rumble, they announced. United States Champion Damian Priest defeats Dolph Ziggler in a great match.
Yes, sir.
Hell of a match. I think it was the best match of... the second best match because I forgot there was a 4-way.
For me, I think this was probably like one of the best matches, definitely. So
yeah. We have Edge and Beth Phoenix challenge The Miz and Maurice to a match at Royal Rumble.
The only thing I would telegraph so heavily, like I knew this was coming.
Yeah.
And I didn't even like look up anything. It was just, oh yeah, I know.
Yeah.
They're setting up a husband-wife feud, but why not? They look cool.
Almost defeats AJ Styles in a squash match.
I mean, is this his punishment for going to NXT?
Yes. I don't know.
Oh man. Well, no, this was before Tuesday. Never mind. Was this his demotion?
Probably.
Poor AJ.
And last but not least, our main event was Bobby Lashley defeats Big E, Kevin Owens, and Seth freaking Rollins in a Fatal 4-Way match to earn his spot to fight Brock Lesnar at Royal Rumble.
Yeah, and this was awesome. Again, we had the crafty duo of Kevin Owens and Seth Rollins.
Yep.
What is the pattern on Seth's Titans? It looked like he was wearing magic. He was wearing a spell.
Yeah, I don't know. He wears shit.
But anyway, it was a very good match. It was hella destructive, but I guess y'all gonna get a first time match, right?
Yep. Kevin Owens is crazy.
Yes, he is.
What do you give this Monday Night Raw?
I have to give it a B plus. I give it an A minus.
I give it A minus as well.
It's
I
a pretty
think
good
there
show.
was enough story and build up for Royal Rumble in that show, so I was like, okay, I'm good for that.
A better show than Friday. I feel.
Yeah. We go to NXT 2.0. We got started off New Year's Evil with the North American / Cruiserweight Championship match. Carmelo Hayes defeats Roderick Strong. I thought the match was actually really good. So
I agree. I didn't exactly know because there was a lot of cool stuff in the match, but there was one thing that looked like a mistake. But it turns out that Carmelo had reversed the suplex in midair, like a cutter.
Yeah.
I was like, after watching the replay a few times to see what happened, I was like, what the hell? That dude's got a bright future if he can not kill himself. Doing crazy stuff. So, good ass match.
Yeah, AJ Styles confront Grayson Waller and kick him in the head.
That was good. It was very good. Please kick him in the head more.
Yes. Riddle MSK defeats Imperium. I actually really enjoyed this match.
I want to say I think this was the best match in the show.
It was fun.
It is really good. It's really, really good.
And one thing I was like a little disappointed, like Walter didn't have any of those really good chops.
Yeah,
like
but you know
that
what?
spot out chop that
I
takes your life.
Well, he got Wesley on the top of the turnbuckle,
Yeah.
laid him out, chopped him, and let his homeboys kick him in the head right after. So I don't know.
Yeah, but he didn't get
I know
that
what you
one
mean.
that
He didn't
one
get
camera shot.
The silent.
Yeah.
Yeah,
he didn't get one of those. I was a little disappointed with that. I was hoping he'll get Riddle.
Yeah, but you know what? Props to Riddle because I know they fought before in the independents and stuff, but like, at least everybody gets to see it now, right?
I agree.
So, there you go.
And then we got NXT Women's Champion Mandy Rose defeats Raquel Gonzalez and Cora Jade.
I thought the match was good. I'm a little still. I'm not sold on Cora Jade.
Yeah.
Like I don't mean like as her in general. I mean her being put so far into the spotlight, as in like she's in a championship match and she ain't that great yet.
She's okay.
You know what I mean?
She's better than Jade.
She's not. Yeah, she's better than a lot of the girls. But I'm just saying, like, as in, she fell on her head. Well, she fell on her shoulder, and now she got a championship match. It's like her arc is interesting. That's all I have to say.
I flipped off a cage and I earned myself a title.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I guess that's another way to do it. Like, you do a cage match, you do a flip off of it, you're gonna get a title shot.
I guess so. You know what? You survive, you title shot.
Yeah.
So no, but it was good. It was good.
Von Wagner attacks Andre Chase and university students.
Von Kali.
Von
is
Kali.
what they call him now.
Von Kali.
Did you see the new picture of Great Kali?
Yeah, at least Kali had he actually did the dance and got charisma.
No. I'm saying you seen it recently. There's a new picture he posted. It's like mad blurry.
Yeah.
Because it's just him holding something. It's mad blurry, and people were like, "Oh man, Von Wagner is Von Wagner your long lost son?"
Probably him and Natty had a baby.
I mean, I don't think she had it. Maybe him. Who else is not there anymore?
No, just because Natty and him had like they were together in WWE. They were together in WWE. They had like a manager thing. He used to dance for her and shit.
I guess that's the lore then. I guess.
And then our main event is Braun Steiner defeats NXT champion Tommaso Ciampa.
Good ass match. Gotta give him props. Good
match. He came out in his daddy's gear, looked like boots, daddy's gear. Rick Steiner was actually in the crowd too, so shout outs to him as well. Not his uncle.
They didn't let Scott Steiner in the building.
They're like, nah.
He was outside.
Only one. Be allowed one Steiner only. That's why they changed his name, because they only allowed one Steiner only.
I know. There's only one.
Only one. All right. NXT 2.0, what do you give it?
I give it a solid B.
Solid B. Yeah, I agree with that. I think the world title match was really good. Actually, no, I'll give it a B+. I think the world title match and the first title match was really well. The women's match could have been better, but I thought it was solid as well.
No, I'm thinking about it. Yeah, I'd give it to people. I'm forgetting the
Yeah.
three man tag.
Actually,
Yeah, yeah.
really think about it. It was like I could have lived without the Von Ragnar shit. I could have lived with a couple things out of it. But you know what? No, I'll give it an A minus. I'm gonna go A minus.
Okay, okay.
Yeah. Because I did like that 6-man tag a lot.
Hmm.
All right. Moving on to AEW Dynamite. We kick off with AEW World Championship match that had 3 judges: Big Show, Mark Henry, and Tony Schiavone. What was the match?
No, it was
Um,
Jerry Lynn.
Jerry Lynn. I was like, who was the other old guy? I can't think of it. Anyway, Jerry Lynn. It was Jerry Lynn, Big Show, and Mark Henry being the judges. So if anything, if it went to a draw, they would judge the match. I guess they should have just went to a draw and let them judge it then.
Yeah.
What was the point?
No, because it had 60 minutes again.
Yeah.
No. Can't do that.
I was fine
again.
with 60 minutes. Because that was the best thing part of the show. Like I would take the 60 minutes and then the other half it was doo doo. So
I mean, I'm trying to yeah. Mm, mm, mm.
we'll take the 6 minutes again. Anyway, Hangman Page and Brian, another fucking classic match. The match was probably better than the first, and I think I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed the story they told. I'm loving this Daniel Bryan. I think he's my favorite thing out of AEW. Any match I know he's in, I make sure I watch because he is my favorite wrestler in AEW right now. He always been one of my favorites. So I'm just happy to see him actually really shining in his wrestling ability. Hangman, I like a lot. I just have such an issue with the buckshot lariat. I don't like the move because it doesn't make sense.
I get it.
It looks good.
Looks cool.
It just don't make sense.
That's all I'm saying is it looks good.
Yeah, like
But
I was just
again,
saying.
Go ahead.
I was saying to Minion, like that move don't make sense. It's as useless as Dean Ambrose's rebound clothesline they used to do in WWE.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like it's the same thing. Like you're blotching your momentum because you're not getting really much momentum because you're bending back and going forward.
Mm-hmm.
And same thing with him. I mean, he's fully flipping, landing on his feet, and then going forward. As in, if you would have just flipped and did the clothesline, then the momentum would make sense.
He'd probably kill somebody if he did that. Though.
Probably. But
I don't
anyway,
think you could realistically do that.
I'm not crazy about the buckshot. I think I put an example as like Cody Rhodes' fucking top rope RKO. It's like pointless. Because don't you hurt yourself more than you hurt the person?
No, because that move is bad because it doesn't make any sense. Because it's just like, well, let me hurt myself, and then you have to pretend I hurt you. That's what that move is. At least the buckshot. He's not landing on his ass.
It looks nice.
You know what I mean?
And when people sell it with the flip, it looks nice. And people just sell it as a regular clothesline, it doesn't look special. So people got to flip with it.
I get it. I understand, Mark.
Yeah. I'm just trying to make sense of gravity, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, but then again, you can't make too much sense of professional wrestling.
That's true. CM Punk interrupts MJF versus Shawn Dean and causes MJF's first loss in AEW. And AEW into 2012.
I didn't know where this was going, and I like where it ended up.
Yeah, I dug it.
I like the promos and stuff. I like how measured Punk was, though.
Yeah.
Because he seemed like he at one point he basically just let MJF just rail off.
Yeah.
But my entire issue is how long was the captain dead on the floor?
He was dead
before they swept his carcass off the mat.
He was just
because at the end of the promo he wasn't there, but I know your man was down.
Yep.
And I'm just like, damn son, you were a pawn in somebody else's game, dog. That kind of sucks.
Another destroyed person by Wardlow, and Jericho spoke about Eddie Kingston's and all that stuff.
I loved it. Yes, kill all the jabronis.
TBS Championship Tournament Final: Ruby Soho versus Jade Cargill.
I'm so upset. I thought the match was at least going to be as good as maybe like the match she had prior. Nah, it was just awkward. There was some parts of the match where it was just awkward. And it's like, yeah, Ruby can't carry you.
So
Also, I have to give Ruby some shit for the first bit of real offense she had.
yeah,
That jumping, the jump, excuse me, the drop kick
yeah,
that she did off the apron in like the beginning of the match, it made zero sense.
yeah,
Because from that point on, I don't know if she really hurt her back, but when she hit the floor, she looked
mm-hmm,
like an old person.
yeah.
Ah,
It's like
I
my
was just
bad.
like, why did you do that? Why did you do that?
So I have my issue with Jade, and this is something that I kind of was talking with Minion yesterday, and I would say it on the cast as well. So I have issues with the booking of how you book Jade. You book Jade like Goldberg, 100%.
Mm-hmm.
Goldberg, of all his time of that whole streak, he learned nothing. He did not learn
No.
how to work better. He did not learn how to wrestle. To this day, Goldberg cannot fucking work a match.
Mm-mm.
He could do his two moves and overpower and then stiff the shit out of you. He cannot work a match. Jade is in that category now, as in she's not learning. You're just throwing people at her, and she's not learning. She's not catching her timing. She's not working on her timing. I'll say she may have did the bicycle kick probably the best last week
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
because she actually extended the kick instead of kneeing them, and it looks terrible. But she had, again, like I said, there's no hate shame to her. Like, she has the aesthetic, she has the look, she looks fucking dope. I dug the Storm outfit and everything like that. It was
That was
really cool.
amazing.
But and the fact that you have Smart Mark Sterling outside, I would like to see him be more of a physical manager and try to interrupt things and things like that. I would like to see that more, because I know he could take a bump and I know he could get physical. So basically, you could beat him up, and I would
Mm-hmm.
like to see that. I would like to see the old school manager styles of that. But also, I have to give shit to Ruby, like I had to give shit to Thunder Rosa. You are the veteran. You're supposed to be carrying people for better ideas in a match. You're supposed to be saying no to things that don't make sense. And I feel like she failed on that as well. And I think that's going to be a problem. That's going to be a kind of a thing that's going to be happening. Because the fact that you have not put her in matches that she learns, you just give her squash matches, it's going to be an issue. It's going to be an issue for quite some time. And honestly, I will hope she gets better. I hope she catches on. But I will give a couple examples that how you do it right. Steiner, you gave him actual matches. He worked with Johnny Gargano. He worked with Tommaso Ciampa. He worked with like established guys in NXT that have been doing it for a long time, and he worked with them. He got better with them. He did his squash matches, yes, but he also wrestled regular matches, and he still has that power game. But he also learns throughout his matches. I will say, out of all the matches I've seen of Braun Breaker or Braun Steiner, he gotten better in each match. That's the
I would agree
difference.
with that 100%. Yeah.
I will say
You're right.
and another big example: Bianca Belair. Bianca Belair started green. She worked her ass off in
But
NXT.
even she wasn't that
She was
as
green. She
Jade.
was quite green.
No,
No,
no, I mean like as Jade was when they
Bianca.
started presenting her. She wasn't that bad because she still had the natural athleticism and the footwork.
I
Like
think
that's the thing that Jade, I feel
yeah,
Jade does not have is the footwork.
yeah. I think Bianca goes in the same boat because they came from kind of very similar backgrounds. So this is what my example from. But also, I seen Bianca.
Well, no, they actually didn't
Yeah,
because Jade is more like the last thing she did get into the bodybuilding and lifting and stuff. But I believe she was also like more
player.
basketball.
Yeah, yeah.
So
This one,
she,
Bianca was like a track star and shit.
yeah, but she had like you could tell she had some knowledge of gymnastics and
Yeah.
stuff, and that's a big difference
So
in placing your footing and not looking awkward when you're doing
yeah,
a certain thing. Like that's one thing I could say about Bianca. Like maybe her execution of moves was different
yeah,
when she first started,
yeah. A lot.
but her
Yeah,
footwork
yeah.
is Jay's footwork is like she's still brand
She's
new.
stiff.
That's the
She's
problem.
very stiff. Yeah, yeah. She looks stiff. But my example with her is the fact that how they worked her. She slowly built to be better. Like I think if you go to Bianca's first match and now she wrestles a whole different style. She actually knows
True,
her
true.
spots here and there, and that's the example I'm trying to show is the fact that they learn from veterans. They learned. She worked with Candice LeRae. She worked with She worked with Asuka in the beginning of in the tours and stuff like that. When Asuka was still like late in NXT, that's when Bianca got signed. So like the tour, like the Pineapple Tour, she was working with Asuka. She was working with Io Shirai. She was working with Rhea Ripley. Which Rhea Ripley and her go hand in hand. And honestly, they probably gave each other some of their best matches. You had her working with Raquel Gonzalez. You had her working with a lot of people that had the experience or didn't have the experience but also learned off each other. So you had a bunch of people that lined up working with her and training with her, which makes better rivalries because you have chemistry. As in, there's not a lot of people that are continue working with each other besides Sierra Deebs and Sheeta. You don't have that repetition of their matches and them getting better with their rivalries. As in, I feel like Bianca, the way she came up is very similar to how John Cena came up. As in, when he came up, he had a class of people that all worked together, and then when they actually started getting their main event or their mid card things, they had hella matches. John Cena came up with Batista, Randy Orton, Shelton Benjamin, Charlie Haas, things like that. So all these guys had really good potential. Bianca Belair.
What about Brock Lesnar?
Yeah, Brock Lesnar. So yeah, so it goes in to show that they actually showed the development of her, but also the chemistry she built with the people that are going to be the future as well.
And that's why I keep telling you about Dark, Merc. They need to change up how they do that because they want to have it for the new people.
Yeah,
but they don't have enough time.
I feel like they have enough time. They just don't structure it right.
No, I mean it's the number of matches. They just put too many.
Yeah.
If they would cut some and lengthen a few.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the girls don't even get 10 minutes. They get like 5, 3.
I feel like the way you can learn matches, at least give them 10 to 12 minutes, maybe even 15 if you could possibly do that, and give them time. Give them time to tell the stories. Give them time to sell, and give them time to actually get comebacks and things like that, depending on a baby or face or heel. There's a lot of things you could do to make your talent better. And that's the thing that I say 100% AEW is lacking with the development talent that's getting their little time, and compared to NXT time when their development and building up.
Yeah, even the 2.0 people, I feel, and it's unfair to compare the new men to the class of women.
Yeah.
But when you talk about brand new people that you ain't never heard of before, but you can see how they move, that's what they need, that structure for the women. I feel like 100%, because you know what it is, there's a imbalance over there. So many of the men come from places that are already established. A lot of these women now, damn, who the hell again, Jade was not a wrestler. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of the women there. They have, like, Merc, they got like at least 20 girls. Do you know any of them? No.
I know 5.
Because they don't put them on television in long enough matches for you to get to know them.
I know 7. And I know some of the ones they showed on Dark because I've seen them in NEW. Okay. Like Nikki Dukes, I know her. I know Megan Rain. I know her because I've seen them, and I've seen them in good matches too. It's just they lack in developing people, and I think that's a big problem. As in, you can see the difference of the development with NXT and things like that, and especially the women's division, especially the new girls that get their chance and get their time to actually start developing the characters, and they give them time. They give them the couple matches. 205 live right now is becoming that platform that people get an hour of show, and they get to showcase at least 10 to 12 minute matches. Like Nikita Lyons had about a good 8-10 minute match last week and this week, and you had to see her develop. She lost one and she got won. So that's a big difference, and I think that's something that AEW needs to do, because again, with Jade being the TBS champ, now she's going to be looked at, and now the fact that she's going to have this title and she's going to be looked at more, people are going to expect championship caliber matches.
Or they're gonna keep with the status quo and
Yeah,
Goldberg her up.
yeah, pretty much, right?
I want to see. I'm curious to see where she goes. Are they gonna Goldberg? Because listen, here's the real test. Is now the only people she has to fight are the people that they have on television
Yeah,
now, right? She's not gonna fight the people from Dark.
yeah. So hopefully she learns. Hopefully she gets better. I want her to get better. I do, but
I do too.
you have to educate the person to get better.
Yep.
I also don't like her basketball thing she does.
Oh, her little
I
dribble.
don't like it. I
Her
think it's
dribble.
dumb.
You don't like her dribble?
Nope. I hated MVP doing that shit.
Baller.
I hated that shit. I hated
Baller.
it so much. So I hate her doing that shit too.
Baller.
I think it's dumb. Anyway, I didn't care for the match. I thought it could have been a lot better. I was hoping Ruby will take again, like I said, to Thunder Rosa, take more control of the match, and we didn't see that. And I thought the match was a little disappointing. But you got your new champion Jade as a TBS champion.
Mm-hmm.
Malachi Black kicks the shit out of Brian Pillman and made me happy.
I don't know if it was storyline why he fell. I don't know if it was just he slipped.
Yeah, I think he slipped and messed up, but Malachi just went, "Yup, that you gonna have to take it now."
Cause no. Cause again, I've seen him do that move tons of times.
Yeah.
Again, he's on Dark and stuff, but he at least gets once in a while. You know, you get to see him and Griff Garrison on a Dynamite or a Rampage, right?
Yeah.
But whatever it was, he had a banana peel stuck to his shoe or something, but he caught it lovely.
That popcorn butter.
Also, shout outs to what is it? Snake Plissken, Julia over there with the eye patch.
Yep.
So we'll see.
I was happy he got kicked in the head though. These are the two things that make me happy right now in AEW, is when Malachi kicks someone in the head, and when Hook Taz plexes people that I don't like. It makes me just very happy.
Oh man, it's magical, man.
I just need Cody Rhodes to get that tag plus. I'm telling you. It's coming. It's coming.
Mm-hmm.
And then our main event was the AEW Tag Team Champions, Jurassic Express, finally winning the titles off of Lucha Bros. I wanted to like this match. I don't like it because, again, it goes to the spot fest and it goes into the non-tagging and it goes to the referee not really doing his job. It goes to useless spots that did not need to be, that almost cost the dude his arm. And those are the things that just bother me about it. I'm happy Lucha Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus won the titles, but I think they could have had a better structure on the match.
I just, it's a little exhausting is their style of matches. I think the worst part of the match, obviously besides the accident, because that was an accident. Man. So I can't really like fault them for that.
I don't fault them for that. I just faulted the fact that it just did not have to be.
No, but I'm just saying. But the thing I didn't like about the match was I think that the way it flowed with them getting so much time constantly to flourish and do these little things, and then have 4 men in the ring, and they all stand there in front of the camera, and then they jump, and the ref is just arms up.
Yep.
17 seconds. 16, you know what I'm saying? Bruh, I thought it was 5 seconds and you're out.
Yeah.
Bruh,
I don't like when you do that. I don't like...
In those matches specifically.
Yeah.
When it's Lucha... when it's either... Yeah, well, he's Lucha Dragons or freaking Jungle Express. There's a point in the match where it becomes just them showing off.
Yeah.
I get it, but it's not really for me. But the part that really breaks the immersion is you're trying to show me a wrestling match.
Yeah. And
the ref is inconsequential.
Yes, 100%. And then I also don't like the fact that Jungle Boy has a rubber neck.
Jesus. What happened to his neck? What?
He gets pile drive and kicks right out all the time.
Well, that's the magic of youth.
It doesn't fucking matter. You getting power drive on an apron. You done. You dead for a while.
Oh, again, you see what I, but you see
Yeah.
what I mean
Yeah.
by they show off and stuff. So they end up with offense that's kind of like Cody's that doesn't make any sense.
Mm-hmm.
You do everything but the kitchen sink
Yeah.
in different order, and it ended up not making a goddamn bit of sense,
Yeah. Bit of sense or
or
just anything.
or
Like
doing
any
any
impact
damage.
in the match either.
And that, yeah. And so when it comes to that, that's when I just go, "Ugh,
Yeah.
I can't,
And
I can't.
then last but not least, the last spot, like the table spot. I feel like that spot did not even have to be.
I guess,
It did not have
but
to be there.
I
Wouldn't that
know
be a
that.
DQ because you're taking out a weapon and using it on somebody?
Would it be a DQ?
It would
I
be a
don't.
DQ.
Would it be a DQ in AEW? I don't
It
think
would
so.
be a DQ. The only table that's allowed to get used is the announce table because it's in the environment. When you take out a weapon into the environment, that makes it a DQ.
Well, I have something to tell you. You didn't watch Friday. You didn't watch Saturday.
Yeah.
You didn't get to watch
No, I
Saturday
didn't watch
because you had
Saturday.
something else to watch. But let me tell you what Dustin Rhodes did with a table,
Yeah.
and that match continues. So in AEW, apparently, I don't think that's a
It's
DQ.
dumb. I didn't care for it,
Yeah,
and then you almost
yeah.
cost it cost a person some time off because it's a spot that just did not need to be there. You could have punched him off. You could have kicked him off, and all that thing would have been fine and dandy. You did not have to go to a table, and sadly, it did cost Phoenix. I fucking hate the cameraman because not only did you saw it happen,
Look,
but
they
he
showed it like 5
replayed it
times.
in a better angle, and you saw the whole fucking bend. I was like, oh my god.
Oh wait, that's not supposed to go that
I was
way.
like, oh damn. So it was fucked up was the fact that you saw it when the match thing happened, but when they replayed it, he had
Oh, they
like
showed it head
a
on.
crystal clear fucking like it was like 4K in that one
They played,
section.
but it wasn't even that they played the replay.
Yeah.
They had the play by play
Yeah.
talking about that part of the match, and they
Oh,
just,
that was.
oh yeah,
Oh.
blah blah blah. But and they,
I'm
they're
glad.
just like, yeah.
I'm glad it's not a break. It was just a dislocation, and he'll be out a lot less time than if it was a break. But yeah.
Yeah.
AEW has new tag team champions in Jingle Boy and Luchasaurus. About time. I'm glad they got their 1st titles.
I told you, I'm like, yo, Marco's gonna wake up and be like, yo, what?
Yeah.
He did, or it could just be what I said. He digivolved into Christian.
Yeah.
So, because where's Marco?
Yep. Marco's done.
Nowhere to be seen.
Oh yeah, he might not get re-signed. You're saying
Really, he's just not gonna be a part of the team. Anymore?
There's a big bunch of like first year like AEW wrestlers. I don't think they're gonna get re-signed.
Oh, okay. Well,
Like Brian
at
Cage,
least
I don't
they
think
know.
getting re-signed.
At least they know. It's not like, oh yeah, don't come to work tomorrow. Why?
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
Between this, let me just run through New Japan Wrestle Kingdom 16. This happened between Tuesday and Wednesday, night 1, night 2. I will just recommend matches to watch. I didn't care for all the card. I did not watch the pointless 6-man, 5-man tags. I don't care about those. I will skip those all the time. But I did care about the IWGP World Title match. Okada versus Shingo was a great match. Okada versus Ospreay on night 2 was even a better match. Naito versus Jeff Cobb was really good. Sonata versus what was his name? Shit, I had his name just now. Where is it? Great Okan was actually really good. I did like the Missouri Suzuki versus Chase Owens, Sema, and Toru Yano because we like Yano, and it was just a silly 6-minute match. It's short, it's comedy, it's fun. I like the Stardom Exhibition Tag Team match with Tam Nakaido, Saya Kanamati, Miyu Itawari, and Starlight Kid. Thank God that her name. That was actually really good as well. Also, I'll say the IWGP Junior Tag Team Championship match was actually pretty decent. Just a lot of botches here and there, but it wasn't bad. I did not care for the U.S. title match between Tanahashi and Kenta. I thought it was just went straight to a hardcore match and just didn't have no story to it. But definitely the two main events of Ospreay, Okada, Shingo, amazing matches. That was my little thing of New Japan Pro Wrestling.
Yes, sir.
Wrestle Kingdom. I watched Queendom as well. It's on YouTube, so check that out. I'm digging Stardom and been trying to add a little bit of it here and there.
Yes, sir.
Uh,
They have stuff almost every day.
Yeah. They have silly videos too. You saw the one with Tanahashi.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they have that's what I mean. They have all types of stuff because I subscribe to the YouTube channel because it's just easier that way.
I'm in love with Mina.
To try to remember to watch that stuff, like it just shows up. I'm like, oh yeah, let me look at this.
I just want to shout out NXT UK. We crowned a new women's champion. We had Blair Davenport defeating Miko Shimura defeats Blair Davenport, but then she gets jumped in at the end of the match. That was actually a really good match. Xia Brookside versus Miley Grace was really fun as well. And then you also had the NXT's UK Tag Team Champions semifinal eliminator Aishan Smith and Oliver Carter versus Simonos was actually pretty decent as well. So NXT UK, definitely check them out. They always have good matches. We go to SmackDown. Jesus Christ.
So much wrestling.
So much. Ain't nothing. SmackDown kicked off with Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns. I actually didn't mind the promos. I thought it was hilarious. I feel like Paul Heyman is gonna betray Brock Lesnar eventually, but other than that, it was okay.
I feel he's gonna betray both of them and bring out a new talent. That's what he should do.
It would be Steiner.
Maybe.
That'd be cool.
Maybe.
He'd be like a foot shorter than both of them.
But it's not like short. He can't flip him.
I'm just saying,
it's not like he can't flip him. It's not like he can't flip him. Yeah, that's a strong ass dude.
That Big E's short too. He wide though. Anyway.
Well, he should recruit Boogs.
Yes. So we got Rick Boogs defeats Sami Zayn, and then Johnny Knoxville eliminates him out the ring.
What the hell was this?
I don't know.
So Johnny Knoxville is in the 2022 Royal Rumble.
Yep.
He has qualified by eliminating Sami Zayn.
Yes.
That's what it was.
He put himself in it. He's not the first celebrity, so.
No, I don't mind, but I just like that they showed recently the Great Khali just busting that man's ass.
Yeah.
The last time he was there.
Yeah. Charlotte Flair defeats Naomi. I actually kind of dug Naomi stepping up to her, and they continue the shit with Sonya Deville. So I actually think they're gonna line up meeting each other in the Royal Rumble match as well.
That's the thing. I wonder, like, is Sonya gonna be? Because there's how many spots left? They've already put out the poster.
19. There's 20. There's 11 spots.
Okay.
Which I think Asuka, Bayley, and Alexa Bliss will have 3.
I think definitely Alexa Bliss and Bayley, because I saw Bayley talking some smack. She was like, so.
I'm talking about them too. I actually missed all 3 of them. I actually think they are missed in the WWE. I miss Asuka kicking people in the head.
I do. Please.
Happy Corbin and Madcap Moss defeat Viking Raiders, and they did a little happy.
I wanted to hate this so much, but when he came out and the sword went limp, I lost my mind. He was holding it just started to fall, and you hear Pat McAfee. He came out with the limp sword. Yeah. And he was talking about William Wallace rolling in his grave. Yeah. Yo, Pat McAfee was on. He was on fire.
Also, the fact that they announced Mickie James in the Royal Rumble was a big Twitter hashtag, and Pat McAfee actually saying the Knockout Women's Champion is going to be in the Royal Rumble. The fact that just broke a forbidden door.
That's it.
They actually I'll talk about the forbidden door kind of being like latched open a little bit because on Card to Kill they mentioned WWE Royal Rumble quite a few times.
Yes, sir. So as officially they have a working relationship,
Yeah.
maybe on a talent by talent basis.
If Cardona comes out with that figure fucking entrance and his theme, I'm all for it. Yeah, I don't think he'll use his theme though. I think they'll put the radio, the radio.
No, they have to. They have to
They
use
won't.
his
They don't.
impact.
They don't use the shit they have copyright of.
No, they got to use the impact.
Because he's gonna be
themes.
Zack Ryder. He ain't gonna be Matt Cardona.
He's gonna be Matt
No,
Cardona.
I guarantee.
There's
he'll be
no
Zack
way he's
Ryder.
going back to. There's no way he's going back to Zack Ryder. There's no way.
Just for one night.
No, he's not gonna do Zack Ryder.
Just one night. I actually love
No.
that. I will actually love.
I would feel so. Okay. Here's why I would never want that, Merc, because he bust his ass for like a year and a half to show everybody that he's good being Matt Cardona to come back and be Zack Ryder. Nah,
The thing is, it works for his character in the Indies.
Yeah, it does.
It does work with his
'Cause he's
character.
a sell-
That's the reason why
He's
it
a
works, because
sellout.
one of his storylines is he's fighting for Hall of Fame. Like, he's going to be in the WWE Hall of Fame. He's been talking about that a lot.
Oh,
So it works with
Jesus.
his character. So I'm all for that.
oh man! Don't sell out.
Main event, the Usos defeat the New Day in the tag team street fight. So my only issue with this match, besides the match being amazing and being brutal, and the fact that they had the Spartan helmets and the fucking Spartan chest that had me fucking laughing, and that he headbutt him with it and just made me laugh, is why are they tagging?
Why? No, my yes, yes, but I told you, Merc, this is the third street fight in less than 2 weeks
Yeah.
in a major wrestling
Yeah.
organization, and ain't nobody outside in the street, ain't nobody in the back,
Yeah.
ain't no, and the pins have to be in the ring.
There's no
Excuse
40
me.
bottles in the area.
Excuse me. I remember the street fight with, what was it, Roddy Piper and Dustin Rhodes. They was fighting. And didn't somebody end up in the ambulance?
Yeah, they
Like,
hit him with
man.
the limousine.
Yes. Bruh, what is happening with these weak ass street fights?
They don't
We
even
need
go
to
in the
have-
streets. It's not street
listen.
fighting if it's not in the streets.
Are you afraid of COVID protocol? Listen, you have that's one of the things I do miss about the pandemic
Yeah.
era was they had a big ass playground.
Yeah.
Oh Lord, that match with Roman Reigns and Kevin Owens, I
Yeah.
still laugh when I think about how stupid some of that stuff was.
Yeah.
He ran him over with the cart.
Yep.
He basically tried to
Murder him.
no
saw it on
no
TV.
no KO did the thing where he
Yeah. He tried to murder
what
him.
was it was it the Homer?
Yeah.
He stood there with his arm out
Yeah.
and went through the windshield.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Tried to kill him.
seriously.
He tried to kill him. We saw it.
Yeah, he tried to kill him. He did. But I'm just saying, street fights, man. Street fights need to not be in a ring. Stop.
I also like the fact that they super kicked the helmet and he just ate it. It made me laugh. Like, they actually used the helmet for what the helmet should be, and I actually dug it. I love their matches. Like, I think they have amazing chemistry, and I could watch them all the time. But when you do it too many times in a row, it just gets old. As in, you space it out in a stronger rivalry. Like, you can still have them rivalry, but space it out a little bit.
You're right.
Because I feel like they are going to fight again at Royal Rumble,
Oh no.
and I'm fine with it. But again,
What's up
space
with
it
the
out.
tag scene on SmackDown?
Because they don't have one.
Yeah, I guess not, right?
Well, you got Madcap Moss and Corbin harassing Drew McIntyre.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
the Viking Raiders now fighting them, so that's the other two tag teams you have.
That's a new development.
Yeah,
And you have Boogs and Nakamura.
and then Angel Garza and her brother Kirill disappeared.
Damn.
And they were good.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
anyway, and then we end in the night that they pretty much was telling Roman Reigns, we got our opponent for you. He didn't really care. And then at the end of the night, you see him get up and he looked at someone, and it is Seth Rollins.
Oh wait a
It
minute.
is-
No. You missed an interesting detail that you could only hear
Yeah.
if you stopped and paid close attention. Did you hear the knock?
No.
So he did the Shield theme as the
No.
knock. He
Okay.
did the 1 2 1 2 1 2 and then dun, dun, and then he was like, "Oh, who does that?"
I didn't see that. I gotta watch that again then.
Mm-hmm.
You're right. That is SmackDown. What do you give SmackDown?
Again, I said earlier when I was talking to you, it just was basically 2 matches and a bunch of shenanigans. I don't count that Sammy or that tag. The tag match was the tag match with the Viking Raiders and the Madcap Moss in them.
Yeah.
It was whatever. I didn't really care. Um, Naomi and Charlotte though, I thought they brought it. That was a good match.
Cool.
And it had story stuff.
Yeah.
Right. And the last tag match, it was very fun.
Yeah.
I'll give them lots of props for that. Like we can say they fight a lot.
Yeah.
But those two, they just know how to make it good.
And I give them a lot of credit just adding new elements when they do fight each other. They added a new finisher. They did things like that. So I was fine with that. And then also they fucking Kofi Kingston's yelling at Fox, WWE Fox, hey, put that shit off.
Delete this.
Delete this.
Delete this.
He flew.
So again, those 2 matches, the Charlotte Naomi and the tag match were the highlight of the show. The promo in the beginning had me dying though. Roman sucker punching Brock.
And Brock's impersonation of Paul Heyman was on point.
Yes. Yeah. You're right.
Yeah.
Right.
That was on point. And then also I actually liked
the reveal.
Yeah.
I
actually like them. Seth Rollins versus Roman and these characters. I'm all for it.
Mm-hmm. So
it's different. And there was talks that they were. Oh, sorry.
I give it a B+, I guess.
I give it a B+ as well. It was decent. There was talks like Seth Rollins worked babyface after the show went off the air.
As in, like,
he was the same character, but the Usos came to jump him, and he got the upper hand. And then he was cheering. He was getting like the crowd cheering and not like booing.
Well, that's just because he's Seth Rollins.
Yeah, he's a cool heel, so he's like dancing to their. I was like, they sing with his theme as it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it is what it is. So SmackDown, and then last but not least, Jesus Christ, we still got 2 more things to run through, and that's it. AEW Rampage, that also happened, and we kick off with Adam Cole versus Jake Atlas. It was a solid match. I saw what Adam Cole noticed that Jake Atlas fucked up his knee. So instead of doing the Canadian Destroyer, he kind of like did a submission because he caught it, and that's a good professional, and that was a good match.
Yeah, I thought it was good. Jake Atlas is solid. Yeah, he's always been solid.
Yeah. Happy he's getting his little shine on AEW. After the match, Orange Cassidy, Adam Cole have unfinished business. They run in, and Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly all hitting each other, beating up each other. The best friends come out, and they fight. They announced that Dustin Rhodes will be filling in for Cody Rhodes for Sammy Guevara for the Battle of the Belts. I did not watch it, so I don't have any for it, but we'll talk about it anyway. Hook versus Aaron Solo happened. Oh, I loved it. It made me happy because I hate the Factory. Man.
Why you gotta hate? You cannot
suck.
Like them.
They as bad as X Factor.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
All they need is the Uncle Cracker song, and there you go.
Oh, I mean,
they
if
have
they
the same
had
colors.
That song, they would be. The crowd would not stop singing.
They have the same colors.
No, because there wasn't an X Factor when they came out. Wasn't like a purple.
It was like a purple, blue, and black.
Yeah,
and silver.
So, but the yeah. I'll give it to him.
X Factor.
And I can never get it.
Yeah. So Hook destroys Aaron Solo as he should. I like the match. Actually, again, I'm really digging Hook. I like his ring presence. I like how smooth he is in the ring. Like he's not. He doesn't like botch. He's fucking killing these dudes. And then the best part of the night, and this is what I like. Honestly, if this is the only thing that happened tonight, it would get an A+. It was when he Tazplex QT Marshall.
You trying to make me cry, man? Why you gotta?
I loved it. I was so happy.
It was. I mean, it was beautiful, but
I was so happy.
Why you had to do him dirty like that?
Happy. I was like, that made me in a good mood.
That I mean, also it's just amazing to see that. That's a big ass man,
Mm-hmm.
and Hook
Hook is
completely. That's just the thing. Hook is strong as
yo.
hell.
Hook right now is the truth. I think. See, this is the other difference. Like this is the guy you can build like Goldberg now because he actually has the skill in the ring.
Hmm.
He could be undefeated, and I'll believe every bit of it.
Yeah,
And he's
I
not
agree.
overly muscled. He's not overly bigger, and it just looks like he's just trying to murder people. He's a honey badger. There he goes. He's a fucking
Oh
honey
shit.
badger. You don't fuck with the honey badger. They'll eat you through your butthole. You don't fuck with them.
No, no.
And then our main event was actually no, it wasn't the main event. So we also had Dr. Britt Baker and Jamie Hayter versus Ruby Soho and Riho. Riho gets the pin with Ruby Soho, and they get the win. It was an okay match. It was a little sloppy, but it was fun. It was okay.
Didn't last too long. So.
Yeah, it was fast. And then no DQ AEW trios match. Like a real surprise, there's not another trios match every fucking week. Eddie Kingston, Santana Ortiz.
It was only one though. It was only one.
Versus Daniel Garcia and Team 2.0.
And the Blockheads.
And the Blockheads. It was what you expect it to be, a street fight, and they just didn't go to the streets.
Again.
But they didn't call it a street fight.
Yeah. No, they did.
No,
They
it was
no
the
in
no
the
DQ.
show they said. In the show they called it a street fight.
Oh, they did?
Like
Okay, so.
Yeah.
It was okay. It was a good match. I
thought it. Go ahead.
No, I actually just think that they're kind of showcasing Daniel Garcia in a good way. So I was fine with this.
Mm-hmm. No, I just like the fact that we got to see freaking Santana. We were getting Santana and Ortiz on their own, doing something. Like they were Eddie, but they're wrestling. Please, just let them wrestle.
Exactly.
So that's what I like.
Eddie Kingston, Santana Ortiz, and they win the match, and then Jericho makes the save after they started jumping them again.
Yes. No beef this time.
No beef this time.
Him and Eddie didn't have any beef. So.
I'm still mad at Jericho letting fucking Santana die last week.
Yeah, me too.
Like he fucking got murdered right in his face, and he came out with catering, wiping his mouth with shrimp cocktail and shit. Bullshit.
He had a little bit of the bump before he got to the ring. He was a little bloated. Yeah. Oh shit.
Hard to Kill was last night. I guess we'll do a full review of it next week, so we actually don't have to go full 2 hours, and we can just do the Battle of the Belts at last, and then podcast we listen to. So Hard to Kill was fantastic. If you haven't got a chance to watch it, Fight has it. You can probably find it on Watch Wrestling, or not find it on Watch Wrestling. We didn't send you. But
I don't know what you're talking about.
Exactly. But I'll just a little highlights. Mickey James versus Deonna Purrazzo in a Texas Death Match was a great match, and I think Mickey James is picking out tack still out of her butt.
Ow.
Yeah, because she kept landing on them. Like, there was no way of her not landing on them. She would go on the floor, and there's more tacks. And she goes on the other side, there's more tacks. I felt so bad for her. I was like, God damn, you keep landing on them.
When tacks are involved, nobody wins.
Oh, man. So, like, she probably definitely had tacks in places that she did not want to tack at. But it was a really good match. Matt Cardona, Moose, and Morrissey was really good. Matt Cardona almost had a Roddy Fox accident with his his tights that he wears under the shorts exploded. So he almost got karma last night, but I was hoping that he would actually win. But I kind of had a feeling they were not going to drop the belt from Moose yet. So that was really good. Josh Grisham versus Sabin, really good match. I actually really dug the ROH or the pure rules. I actually like the fact that they had a whole set of rules that they had to follow. They should do that with the FTW title, just saying. And yeah, it was a lot of good stuff, a lot of good wrestling on that show. Definitely check it out. I actually might rewatch some of it because yeah, I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, that Gresham
Evil crab man.
Yeah, man. That dude is awesome. So
that's Daniel Bryan wants to fight him.
Please.
I'm all for that. It looks like ROH is letting that title go everywhere, so I wouldn't mind seeing an ROH title defense on AEW.
Yes.
On a
Or
title
can, what,
that Daniel Bryan made, the Pure title he made that title what it was.
couldn't he be? Couldn't he go to Impact and fight him? Because I don't know where Gresham's going next. Like,
He can, but I don't. Again, I don't know what the relationship with AEW Impact right now.
okay.
It's not like the relationship is not really doing well. I guess at this moment.
I don't know.
But we'll see.
All them promos, all them messed up promos that Don Callis and Kenny Omega was cutting.
Yeah. So we'll see.
Talking trash.
So next we go into Battle of the Belts. I did not watch this, so I'm not gonna really review this, but I will just run down the matches and you tell me what you thought. Yeah. So you got Matt Sydal versus Ricky Stark in a FTW title match.
I thought it was a good match, but nothing special, to be on the Battle of the Belts. But it was a title defense. So.
Yeah. Again, like what for example, what I saw with the Pure title for the ROH title, they put the Pure ROH rules, which is like you get three rope breaks. The count out starts at 20 outside the ring. Title could be lost outside the ring and things like that. I would like to actually see something similar to that on the FTW title.
Yeah, come on, Taz, make up some rules.
Yeah, like Hook only one that could win.
I mean, it could just be a match where you're at a disadvantage.
Yeah.
Like just the FTW title means Team Taz has to be is the lumberjacks of the match at all times.
Yeah.
So you just
something like that. Like they should do something with that. But all right, Britt Baker versus Rio for the AEW Women's Championship.
I thought it was good for what it was.
Yeah.
Again, I'm not the biggest fan of Rio. But like at least she is technically solid in that ring, and there's nothing like that you can't take away from her. So to that point, it was all right. I mean, the one thing I will say the match did have going for it was it had the story of the break, well, not the break up, but the breakdown between Britt and her team.
Yeah.
Because that was a bigger thing on Friday, because in that match she got hit in the face.
Oh, okay.
So they've continued to bring that story to the next day. And so I at least appreciate that, because there was a bunch of moments in the match where it was like, this thing's going on. But then again, that brought me to one of the things I didn't like about the match the most, the ref.
Yeah.
Bro, the girls were on the apron like 2/3 of that match.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, could you send them to the back? Yo, JR got frustrated.
I bet.
Legit on commentary. He was saying, send them out of there. He was like, you can't do that. And I'm like, I'm right there with you, JR. I don't know what's up with this weak-ass ref. And so that takes away from the match for me more than anything that went on in the ring. Okay. It was just like, the ref sucks.
And then that was the main event? Or no, then you had Sammy Guevara versus...
That was earlier.
Oh,
Sammy and Dustin was earlier.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, the reason why I got it confused because they have all three pictures on right under their name. So, Sammy Guevara versus Dustin Rhodes. What was that?
It was weird. They both seemed to get hurt. It was just like Dustin seemed like he got injured, like he got hit, like he got his ribs or something was injured at one point during the match.
Yeah. And
he was going real slow.
Oh, okay.
Now, I don't know if he was, again, this wrestling, selling or whatever, but it looked off. And then like not long after that, Sammy's knee in more clear wrestling injury terms.
Yeah.
Sammy's knee went out.
Yeah.
So then that became like Dustin's attacking point. And then they had the one cool moment was the outside the ring.
Okay.
Was when Sammy walked up to Arn and pulled out a gun.
Oh, okay.
And then Arn just gave him the finger. You can't pull the trigger. So basically, Arn called him a bitch.
And I heard Daniel Garcia came out afterwards.
At the end of the match, yes.
Yeah,
You know what? I don't know if the story was supposed to be Sammy winning his belt back, because this was supposed to happen regardless. The for the title was supposed to happen regardless, right? Maybe he was supposed to get it back. Maybe he wasn't.
No, they said it was an inter championship, so Cody Rhodes couldn't defend it. So
no. So I'm saying, if Cody wasn't out, he was supposed to defend,
Yeah, I think
right?
Sammy was gonna lose.
So that's what I'm saying. I don't know if he's gonna win or not. If that was the case, I'd have preferred Dustin win.
Yeah,
Just saying,
yeah,
because we haven't had a Dustin win anything.
yeah. That is true.
He's bled almost more than anybody for that company. Give the man
One
a belt
match.
at something.
He bled more in one match than anyone.
I mean, maybe not more than the girls.
Yeah.
Let me just be real, but like, give him something.
All right. So what you give it overall show?
Overall, I give it a B.
Cool.
Because again, nothing was bad except that ref and that women's match pissed me off.
There you go.
So
a few shout out the podcast we listen to. I'll shout out the Major Wrestling Figure podcast. They kind of have like the wedding talk and shit like that. It was actually a really good podcast this week, so check it out. I'll shout out Keith Mitchell, 40 years of production of WCW to AEW. It was actually really interesting on Talk is Jericho. And Braun Steiner on After the Bell.
okay.
I ain't calling him Breaker. Anyway. All right. This was slightly long, but we got through it. It was a lot of wrestling to cover. Hard to Kill, we'd give you our review next week. And we'll be back next week with more wrestling because it never ends.
Back
So,
again.
Yep. So we'll wrap this up. This is the Wrestling Babble podcast. Our easiest way to listen to us is Wrestling Link on Spotify. You click on there, all our past casts on there, from all the guest swear to the Wrestling Babble to all our monthly casts of our Shell Shock, Not a Trekkie, the Gamer Rage, and the Morphin Cast. So check all those out and give a good listen, give a like, whatever you can, or share it. We appreciate it. Follow me on Instagram, Tumblr, Twitter, YouTube, SoundCloud, and Twitch, or Murphy the Mic. I will be doing Twitch soon. I'm getting schedules going up. I'll probably do 2 unboxings a week, and I'll probably do some gameplay maybe once a week or so. I'm looking at Mass Effect 1 again just because it's on Game Pass, and I might replay it as the asshole, so I might do that on the video. So I'll see. That'll probably be the next one, and then that's about it. And follow Red Cyclone Inc.
Yes, sir. Make sure you follow Red Cyclone Inc. anywhere and everywhere. That is Twitter, Tumblr, and Instagram. That is YouTube. That is Spotify. What else we got? SoundCloud, right?
Yeah.
YouTube. Yeah. And we got WordPress. So check us out.
Follow all of it. And always remember, follow the Jinkies.
Don't give him sandwiches.
Yes.
Don't do it.
We warn you.